Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with Mua Kes. Are you on a Tier 2 visa? Either you are here already, awaiting your visa or your COS, and you are planning on using your 20 hours to work in an agency, then you need to know about the rift between the permanent and the agency staff. My name is Kesiena Akwara Ati, a health and social care trainer. To all you old and new returning subscribers, you guys make me go jelly at the knees. You are awesome. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, what on earth are you waiting for? Smash the subscribe button, yeah? And don't forget, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and click the notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Also follow me on Instagram Care by Kes, TikTok Care by Kes, and Twitter Care by Kes as well. And I will most definitely see you there, like I always do. All right. So let's get down to the topic of today, Kes, which is that if you are on a Tier 2 visa and you are planning on using your 20 hours to work in an agency, you need to know about the rift between permanent and agency staff. Now, in most scenarios, because all the time I worked as a carer, I was an agency staff. So I tell you this from a first-hand experience. When you go into a home, either nursing or care or residential or supported living home, as an agency staff, you are expected to hit the ground running. Now, they will give you the difficult clients to do, the ones they don't want to handle, because they suddenly take a back seat and expect you, the agency staff, to do all the dirty work. They sit down and they tell you, oh, go do this, go do this, go do that, go do that. Yes, I have had a lot of complaints from my colleagues. Oh, why should they send me? We are there to do the same thing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, let's get one thing straight. And that is, you are there to work. You are not there to make friends. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. Okay? Now, they will poke you to get a reaction. They will say all sorts of things. They will do all sorts of things. Sometimes you don't get a proper handover. Like I mentioned in the video where I talk about my worst experience as a healthcare assistant. They don't do any of that, but they still expect you to do a good job. Now, this is my advice, which I've always told myself and all of my colleagues who come for my training. And that is, when you go as an agency staff to work anywhere, get yourself into your cocoon. Zip it up. You see no evil, you hear no evil. No matter what they do, don't give them the satisfaction of a reaction on your face. No. Because when you do that, they have gotten you. And trust me, they will maximize the opportunity. And if for any reason you transfer that annoyance onto the client or the service user or resident, trust me, you are out the door. They will so throw you under the bus without blinking. Now, this is what I say to people all the time. Blank them out. You are there to do a job. Do your job and leave. Now, if they are so bad, okay, all you need to do is take up your phone at the end of your shifts and speak to your consultant. Please don't send me back there. Does that make sense? It saves you all the stress. So I took my time, one of those beautiful days when I had like 8 or 9 of them in my training sessions, my time. And I decided to ask, why do you guys behave the way you do? Because majority of them there, I think about 8 of them or 7 of them out of the 9 of them were all permanent staff and looking for agency work to do. So I said, why do you guys behave like this? Why is it? And they said, actually, they have seen it happen and they're like, no, don't treat them like this, you know, and all of that. And I laughed and I said, listen, they do say there's a law of karma. But this is what I say, that what you sow is what you reap. You can't sow tomatoes and expect to reap strawberries. Yes, they're both red in color, but trust me, they're different. One is a veg, the other is a fruit. So if whilst you had agency staff coming to you to work in your care home or nursing home or whatever, and you were mean to them, now you are here wanting to work as an agency staff as well. What do you expect will happen? You will reap it. It's as simple as that. So I decided to ask them even further. I mean, all of them who have come so far, why is it that you guys behave the way you do? Tell me. I want to know. So that I can educate those who are also agency staff as well. And they said these things to me, which I'm going to list to you now. Now, one of it was that some of us are irresponsible. I'm like, what did you say? How dare you say we are irresponsible? We are not. And so they decided to go offer to clarify what they meant by irresponsible. And some said, some of us come to work, take for instance, and then after doing a few things in the morning, because the morning time between the 7 to 9 is pretty hectic, personal care and all of that. Some of us actually are caught sleeping. I'm like, excuse me, what did you say? Sleeping, really? And when they are asked, why are you sleeping? Now, they don't even try to embellish a little bit. They just say, oh, I'm just coming from a night shift. That's why. And I'm like, what? I mean, the effrontery of it. Why would you say you're coming from a night shift? If you knew you were going for a night shift, why on earth did you take this shift that you're going to be working there for 12 hours or 8 hours? It doesn't make sense. Now, I can resonate with that because one of those days I went out to work in one of the places I normally go to, and we had done our morning shift. Like I said, between the 7:30 or 8 to the 9:30 is really very hectic. And there was this lady who was, brought on to work with me for the same agency as I was from, rather. And then we just done that, and I'm like, okay, I was with the others in the kitchen. I said, okay, let me go to the lounge to see what's going on. And I found the lady sleeping. And I'm like, what are you doing? I tapped her, what are you doing? If the permanent staff catch you sleep, they will send you away. And she was like, oh, I went for a night shift. Oh, and I'm like, listen, dear, you can't cheat nature. And unknown to both of us, a permanent staff head us. Went straight up to the manager upstairs and reported. She was just asked to take her things and leave. And then I was called. And I was like, oh my God, why are they involving me in this? And they asked me what happened. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. And I said, yes, this is what she said. Blah, 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 blah. And of course, they were on the phone calling the office. Saying, oh, the candidate you sent to us was sleeping on duty, blah, 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 blah. My boss called me and I said exactly what happened. They have a point. On no account should you go to the shift to sleep. Now, secondly, they said that some of us are clueless about the job that we are there to do, rather. I'm like, okay, I can understand that. So I asked for them to buttress further. And they said they come to work, they don't want to do anything. They want to sit down and we tell them, oh, can you do this, person? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, can you do this? No, I don't think I want to do that. So what do you want to do? What are you there for? What on earth are you there for? You are there to work. Why the excuses? Now, I do not believe when you tell me you don't know what you're going to do. It is your responsibility to ask as an agency staff from your consultant where I'm going to, what is expected of me. Now, if you're going to a care home or a nursing home, you will be packing poo. I mean, it's basic. In some supported living homes, you will still do the same thing. You have to deal with epilepsy. You have to deal with challenging behaviors. So it is for you rather to do your due diligence to ask, what exactly am I expected to do when I get there if you do not know? All right. Now, if I may also say, some of them also say that we earn more than them. When I heard this, I was like, seriously, how is that the agency staff's fault? I remember when I used to work as an agency staff, day shift, I get £9 an hour during the day. At night, £9.50. Now, there were some homes I went to, and they said they were being paid £7 something for new people, and then £8 something. I'm like, but you see, nobody tied your legs there. You are free to go look for an agency or a better paying job. There are better paying jobs around. But you see, they also forget, permanent staff also forget to realize that the agency staff, if they don't work, they don't get paid. There is no sick pay, there's no holiday pay, but you get all of that. So why on earth are you getting upset with them? It is pointless. All right? Now, some say we don't know anything. They think maybe we are just dropped out of school or dropped out from space and we've come to work. But let me correct that impression. Agency staff, they go everywhere. Permanent staff, they stay in one place for 1 year, 2 years, however. Now, as an agency staff, 2018 to 2019, I have been to over 20 homes. Are you going to say I don't know anything? Don't forget, in every home you go to, they do their things differently. So who do you think that has more experience? Yourself, who has been in a home for 5 years, or an agency staff who has been in that 5 years, has been to maybe like 100 homes or 50 homes? Let's be real. But I think it's about time that we sheathe our swords. Yes, it's about time we bury the hatchet. Why? Because we are there for one purpose, the service user. That is our primary, our secondary, and our tertiary responsibility. The service user, the resident, however you want to call them. So let's put aside all our grievances. Come to think about it, the teeth and the tongue, they fight, but yet they are harmonious. They live in harmony. So let's sheathe ourselves, please, people, and work together for the common good. Next video, I will be sharing with you some of my nastiest experiences as an agency staff. And until then, remember this, never you forget that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more.